Hi, welcome to this new video, and for this one we're gonna talk about Memberium plus Keap and its math HTTP post functionality. If you're new in this channel, by the way, I'm Danica, and I design and build WordPress membership sites. In this channel, I teach how to create a membership site that works for you, because it's not really just about that great app that says it does all. There's really more than that. So if you're interested in this topic, please consider clicking that subscribe and notification bell to keep you posted whenever I post videos like this. So let's get started on Memberium plus Keap and its math HTTP post functionality. So let me just switch here and just going to open the browser. So if you watch one of my video here in the channel, I discuss about what Memberium is, but maybe just a short recap before we check out how this math functionality works. So Memberium is one of the app that I've been able to master when I started building membership sites. What I really like about this is it provides several shortcodes that it allows you to do powerful functionalities. And when I say powerful, that means there's no limit as long as you know what you need to do. And their documentation here for their shortcodes do explain how each of the functionality works. Right now, Memberium works only with Keap and Active Campaign. So they are focused on this app. So if you're using Keap or Active Campaign and you're setting up a membership site and you're planning to market heavily via emails, I highly suggest you use Memberium. It's just one of the, I think, powerful membership app out there. So if you check their documentation, they have this shortcodes and it explains how it exactly works. So example here, they have some content visibility shortcodes, comparison, has all, and if you click one of this, it gives you the data of which app it works, whether it's for Keap or if it's also available in Active Campaign. They give different kinds of examples like this, so I highly suggest you check it out. And if you're stuck, their support is very helpful, so you could contact them and ask how this works. So that's just a short introduction about Memberium, but for me, it's one of the powerful apps out there, especially if you're using Keap and Active Campaign and you are heavily using it for email marketing for your members, and just even if for your members and even for those who are not yet members, and you try to upsell them to join your course. It's really powerful. I know powerful word is too generic, so in my future videos I'm gonna highlight some examples of how you could use it so that it makes sense. But if you have any question about Memberium and Keap, and if you're looking for a functionality that you're wondering if it's gonna work, then you could comment that down in this video and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. and share you more details about that. So let's open the math HTTP post page by Memberium. So you could access that from this link. And in here, they explain the functionality, usage, and details. But I'm gonna give you an example of how I have used it for one of the setup that I did. You can check here what are the parameters that's available for you, what are the functionality. It can subtract, add, multiply, divide, and then maximum, minimum, and some random functionality. Most of the time I just use the subtraction and addition, but you can do more than that. You have some value 1 and value 2, and then destination, precision, format, and authorization key. They have some notes in here. And again, if you're stuck, you can contact their support. So I'm gonna give you an example of how I did this. I used this functionality. Before you set up the math functionality, you need to have two fields ready. So in my example here, I have some fields, so registration date and expiration date, and I'm using the math functionality of Memberium in the expiration date. In one of the campaigns, I set this one, so whenever someone becomes a member or purchase this product, we set the registration date and then we compute the expiration date, because after that we put them on a campaign where we follow up when the expiration date do almost end. So maybe 1 month before their expiration date, we send them some follow-up emails if they want to extend and continue their subscription. So we do that in this campaign. Let me just get my pen. So it's this two that we're gonna focus on. Whatever trigger you decide here, it's up to you. But in my case here, I have triggered it when someone purchased the product. This is for sending the leads to a specific campaign where we try to follow up if they're gonna want to continue, like maybe a month before their expiration date, which we process in here. So when someone triggered this tag, we triggered it when someone purchased this product, and then in here I just want to make sure that the registration date is empty, because we don't want to override that for this case. And then we put them in a continue sequence. This is actually just blank. This is just for indicator in the decision diamond. Next sequence is to set the registration date. In setting the registration date, this one we're using plus this because when we set this up, there are already like active subscriber, and what we did is we needed to capture the tag date applied, and then we store that on the first field, which is the registration date. But another way of doing this is in here. So I'm just gonna create a new one so that I don't touch that. But on your start, you can, not that one, you can set value field, connect that, and then in here you set value field. So example 12 months registration date, and then you set it to use the date when the contact reaches this point in the sequence. You check that and will automatically set the date for you. You save that, and basically that's gonna work exactly the same with this. It's just that with this one, we already have some active subscribers, so we needed to create that special functionality, and we're using plus this for that to get the tag date and save it on the custom field that we made. But that's similar example or similar setup. What's important is you need to have a first value, because when you do math, it needs to compare to some of the existing value that you have in the in your system. Now after that, we have some set expiration date, and then in here is the time that we use Memberium's functionality. So in here, we set it to, let me just get some notes. Okay, so here's the format of the one that we have in Keap, which is this one. So it is your website link, and then the operation is set date, and then you need to have your authorization key, which you can grab from your website in the Memberium section, and then the source one, which is the one we have the registration date. Again, we need to have a first value first before we can do some math, and then our target for the new value, which is we're trying to extract or generate an expiration date in here. So that's the target value, and then our functionality is plus 12 months. So that's the format. This one, this blue, you can grab it on your website, while the green ones here are inside your Infusionsoft or Keap account. And then this one is a functionality that you need to decide whether that's plus, minus, or other. Again, refer to their documentation in here, because they give you full details for what you can do. The authorization key, you get that from your Memberium, and then settings, and then HTTP post in your WordPress dashboard. So you can get that. That's the very first key that will generate once you install Memberium in your website. So that's the setup in here, and after that you can decide whatever you need to do, but in this case we're sending them to another campaign. Now I'm just gonna try this task account that I have. So in the membership, this is empty. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to set a value right now just to test, because I don't have this tag and I just wanna keep this simple. So I'm just, this sequence will auto generate this value, and let's just save that. But this is gonna be exactly similar to what this campaign is doing. I'm just gonna do it manually. I'm gonna copy this, and what that automation is gonna do is it's gonna apply. First, let's just check if the date has been saved. Yep, we have the date. And then that campaign will run this script, HTTP post, and I'm gonna paste that here, and you'll see that I now have the date 12 months after the registration date. So it works. So that's how the math functionality in Memberium works. This is just a very simple example, but if you could just imagine, like, example, when someone joins your lead magnet and then maybe after 2 days you want to do something. I know that there is a waiting delay in here. You could use this timer, but sometimes maybe some 2 days before their birthday, or 2 days before their expiry, or something else. This math functionality is very handy. It could do a lot of stuff. This is just a very simple example that I did. So I hope this video helps. If you have any question, please comment it out below, and like and share if you think this video is helpful. And of course, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.